Hello, so today we have a sorry bunch of Streptocarpus to show you. Why am I sorry? Well, I love Streptocarpus and I still do. I've loved them for a long time, I've been growing them for several years, but something has gone drastically wrong. And I'll be frank, I don't really know what it is, but I have a number of theories. So we will show you those sorry bunch of Streptocarpus and chat through what I think it possibly could be, and maybe it's just time for a change. So I'll turn you around and we'll get started. And here we are. Now, this section of the greenhouse at this time of the year in mid-August, normally looking superb. I normally have such a fantastic display of Streptocarpus, and I have done probably about 4 or 5 years now. There are 3 begonias down there, which I'll come to in a moment, but it's certainly nowhere near as floriferous as I've had in the past. And there's a particular problem that seems to be reoccurring, and I'll get to that as we chat through. So, what's changed? When did this come upon the greenhouse? Well, it happened probably about the same time as I fitted the foil insulation. Now, maybe that's coincidence, and this is why I'm saying these are just theories, these are just ideas, and maybe you can add in the comments whatever you think it might be. But all these should be absolutely full bloom, tons of flowers on them, and they're not. That's not happening. So what happened with the foil insulation? Well, the first thing that happened is that it reduced the light. Now, I wouldn't have thought that would be a big issue, and mainly because I've since bought a brand new one of these. This is a Mars Hydro TS1000, which completely bathes them in a beautiful glow of the right kind of light. So that can't be the issue as far as I'm concerned. The second thing that happened is that because of the foil insulation, it increased humidity in here. Again, I wouldn't have thought that would cause Streptocarpus an issue. From the kind of places where they grow, I don't think they need a low humidity. I'm pretty sure they need, you know, like a medium to high humidity. So that can't be the problem. Is it feeding? Well, no, because they've all been fed. The leaves are looking reasonably green. There's one that's looking a bit yellow up there, but that does happen from time to time. I've seen them a lot yellower than what they are now, so I don't think that's the issue. What tends to be happening with them is they're really lackluster. The flowers are getting green fly. In fact, there's one over here that's getting green fly. You can see what's happening there. Now, that's easy enough to deal with. It's just that the green fly don't tend to really affect a very healthy plant. If the plant's healthy and strong, then yes, you'll notice it on a flower. You might see the flower wilt a little bit, but you don't see the whole plant kind of droop. Let me show you what I mean. So this one has had green fly. You can still see some of the husks, the dead skins on it from when it had some flowers. But look at how limp the leaves are. Same with this one. It's almost as if they're hardly hanging on to any roots. So something or some problem is attacking the roots. Now, those of you who are really good at spotting things might notice down here that is commonly known as a bush snail, a tiny little snail, and they tend to come in on orchid pots or in orchid pots. I don't think those tiny little snails survive outside in the UK. Do they eat roots? Possibly. They eat something, don't they? So that might be one of the issues, and I would go for that, except that I do periodically give them a drench of some kind of a pesticide. Now, I've not done it for a while, so maybe it's time to do it again. Perhaps putting some slug pellets on the surface might solve that issue. So they've been fed. I know the conditions, I know the temperatures are okay for them. I know the humidity, the light should be okay for them. They do get watered, that should be okay. I didn't actually repot them last year because they don't need it. They don't need up potting any more than what they are, especially for these size of plants. So that's not the issue. Is it tarsonamid mite, which can attack Streptocarpus family? Well, no, I don't think so, because tarsonamid mite tends to present itself as puckered leaves. There aren't any puckered leaves. And of course, I've sprayed them all with like a systemic insecticide as well. So that's not the issue. So I don't know. Things do tend to build up, especially if you grow the same plant for a number of years in the same place and it's an enclosed place. So it could be some kind of virus, it could be something that I'm not aware of that's attacking them. It could just be that it's time to move on, get rid of them and start something afresh. And I did say on my last video, if you caught that I was really interested in some of these species begonias. There's 3 here. I did do a video about 12 months ago on some of these species. It was these particular species begonias and a few more. Some of them didn't make it through the winter. These are hanging on. What's this one? Begonia Dracopelta. Nice leaves on that one. Kind of gives you a bit of a Begonia ferox effect. We've also got another one. I've only just recently put this on because I think it's not growing because it needs high humidity. So this is Begonia species India. Now I don't think, that's not what it's called. That just means that it comes from India. It's a species. We're not really sure what it is. So I'm just giving it a little bit of extra humidity there. It's worked for the Begonia arachnoidea, so why not this one? And this one is Begonia CF retinervia. I like that one. It's not grown massively since I bought it, but it's alive. Again, I expect that would definitely benefit from a bit more humidity. So my plan is, what I might do, there are a couple of things I can do here. I might try giving them all a spray of insecticide again. I might try giving them a drench. I have a drench that we use for the vine weevil. Now, I don't think the issue is vine weevil because I've not seen any vine weevil in here. Like I said before, it could be these little buggers here, these snails, very difficult to get rid of once they spread, and spreading they are. So I'll try those 2 things, but that space there would make a really nice area for some kind of large tank that I can have extra humidity in and maybe grow some of these really interesting begonia species. What do you think? Tell me what you think. Because, yeah, love Streptocarpus, but sometimes, you know, you've got to start afresh. I'm kind of trying to talk myself into this because it's hard to throw things away, especially when they've done so well for you over the years. But, I mean, look at this. Like, these flowers here, they look like they're spent, but this is just how they've come. They've never improved beyond that. What's happened to that leaf, I don't know. It looks like some kind of mining insect, but nothing on the back. Don't know. Again, could it be a virus? And this, it's barely hanging onto its roots. This is why they're so floppy. Considering that Streptocarpus root very, very easily and should fill these pots and have done in the past. So yeah, it's not great. It's not good news to see, and it's not nice to talk about, but sometimes, you know, you've got to face facts. I'm not an expert on them, even though lots of people seem to think I am. I've got some experience. I will help people if they ask me questions, but like I say, I'm not an expert. I'm not qualified in it. I just have a go at things and try and solve problems as best I can, and other people help me too. You know, we can all look these things up, can't we, and see what we can do. I might just try, see if I can save them first, but I am quite excited about something to do with the begonia tank as well. So let us see. See if we can save some, see if I can find some other space for them somewhere else. So that's Streptocarpus. So have I fell out with them? I don't know. My thumbnail might say it, but I'm still not absolutely convinced. I'm just, what can I say? I'm just a hopeless plant lover, and I can't make a decision. Maybe you can help me, chivvy me along in the right direction. Tell me, what do you think? Either write in the comments, get rid, or write in the comments, begonia tank. I'll go with whichever one is the most popular if I get any comments at all. Okay, that's it for today on the Streptocarpus, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.